Gideon was a farm boy. He grew up in this countryside, small tribe, not the most powerful tribe of Israel. And he was maybe a little bit timid. His parents were idol worshipers. It's like he's the worst choice God could have possibly come up with as a deliverer. The invaders had a huge army, 300,000 fighters. And Gideon is told by God that he's the guy to deliver them. He's the one that's going to bring deliverance to Israel. And his response was, "You have got to be kidding. God, I think I must be imagining this, because why in the world would you choose me out of all of the choices out there? 300,000 we're going to defeat?" But tested God, and God reassured him, not once, not twice, 3 times that he tested God, and God gave him the same answer all 3 times. "You're the one, Gideon, you're the one that I have chosen." Well, finally Gideon did come up, and he managed to gather 32,000 fighters. You know, that's kind of a small number against 300,000. I think Gideon thought, I'm going to get these guys killed. God's good, God's fantastic, and I'm not a general. I have no military training. I think Gideon was probably a little bit worried about that. So when God said to him, "You've got too many fighters," I wonder if Gideon was thinking to himself, you know what? I'm going to get less guys killed. I'm going to tell everybody who wants to go home. And he did. And they all went. They 30,000, 32,000. Suddenly it was only 10,000. That's still an awful lot of guys as far as God was concerned, because God was saying, if you fight with 10,000 and defeat 300,000, they're going to think you've got 10,000 heroes, and they're going to get credit for the victory. You got too many guys, Gideon. And Gideon's like, okay, well, I'm going to get less guys killed. And then he brought him down to the stream. Right here, this is a spring, right behind me. Brought him down to the spring, and he said, all right, 10,000 guys, go ahead and take a drink. Let's see how you do this. And would you believe God's instruction was those who were able to scoop the water up with their hand, bring it to their mouth, and drink water that way and still look around, those were the ones God chose. Out of 10,000, it was only 300 that came and did the water drinking correctly. Sure enough, those were the 300 God chose. Now, there's an interesting side bit here. The Midianites had a night fighting trick. They would fight at night, and they had a special way of doing that. They had their troops divided up into squads of 1,000 and 110, very much like Moses did in the desert. And so every commander of 1,000 had 2 extra pieces of equipment. He had a lamp and a horn. When Gideon was out there with his 300, and God commanded them to break the gourd and to show the lamp and to blow the ram's horn, you know what? The Midianites, they heard 300 captains of 1,000. And sure enough, 1,000 each. They thought Gideon suddenly had an army of 300,000. And the truth of the matter is he probably did, because I'll just suspect that there were 1,000 angels with each one of those captains that went out there with him that day. And yes, they ran and they were defeated, and God got the credit for the victory, because there was really only 300 guys, even if there was 300,000 angels around him. And that would actually work pretty well, wouldn't it?